Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm Jason Sterling. I'm a member of the EA Creator Network. And we are going to do a little building here. We're working on the third structure that I am going to place in Ravenwood. Once I have Ravenwood, once it gets here, right? Let me make sure we're running here. We should be live. And we are. I'm going to try to get chat on here somehow. There we go. Okay, so we're working on today what I'm calling Guidry's Manor. I'm kind of named it after the the paranormal sort of guide through the paranormal pack, right? The paranormal pack. So I named this place after him. It's going to be a fixer-upper that my sim Ichabod Crane buys when he moves to Ravenwood to live. I'm going to use some of the new distressed elements from the new pack, of course, to distress this a little bit once it arrives, in a couple of days. Okay, let me clear my voice there. We're going to get going. Now, I've got some of it done. As you can see, I've been working on the exterior here. Definitely got some exterior work done on it. This is the backside. It's half fall and half spring. It's actually fall, of course, in gameplay, like in live mode, but it is spring here in build mode, of course, from the world map. We're going to work on the floor plan. Now, this place isn't quite as big as it looks from the outside. Obviously, as a manor house, I think it's more of something from maybe like, say, the 1700s or something. So it wouldn't be maybe quite as big as we might expect a century later or 2 centuries later. One thing I'm going to do is put a basement in here. My thought is this. I'm going to build this like a real manor house. So I don't have a lot of options for where I can put the kitchen, right? Especially since I've got this space open for the rotunda here on top. So since there's not a lot of space to put a kitchen here on the first floor where it looks right, we're going to go ahead and put the kitchen in the basement, which makes some sense. I mean, in reality, of course, a basement sort of set up like this for a kitchen would not have been unusual at all, for that era. And I think it might have had sort of more of a walkout. There would have been at least little windows in there, but maybe not. I mean, probably there would have been. I don't know. I don't have a lot of space here to work with, so I'm not going to overanalyze it too much. I'm just going to stick the sort of servants area for this old manor house here in the basement. And then I think once I have Ichabod actually owning the place, I'll go ahead and have him maybe redesign this in a modern form. One thing we're also going to do is we're going to put our stairwells to the basement kind of hidden, kind of like this maybe. I don't know how much room I need. Maybe like this. So the stairs would come up through here and there'd be like a little door so you could come in kind of privately, which is something I've noticed in a lot of older homes like this. Sometimes the servants would have kind of backstage out of the area sort of hallways and stairwells. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and stick with the castle stuff. Where did that land? Did it work? Oh, it did. Okay. Well, It worked the other way. Surely it'll work here too, right? Can't intersect with the walls. Hold on here. If it goes one way, it's just swing right around and go the other direction. Let me pull this out a little bit further. There we go. And we'll put like a little door kind of here, kind of tucked away, kind of hidden behind this area. Let's use, I guess, just this door here. That'll work. So we'll throw a quick door in there. And I think what I'm going to do with this particular room is maybe a sort of library. I'm not entirely certain of that. I'm not really set on that, but I'm gonna say a library. And we're gonna maybe build in some bookshelves here or give a built-in type of look. On this side, I really want to do, looking at it, see how much room I have to work with. I really want to do a dining room as part of maybe on this side, maybe a dining room and then another room. I'm gonna have to really think about how that might work, though. I guess what we could do, maybe take this out. Let's take that out. I'm going to throw a few light bulbs in here real quick. We'll take a look here. Brighten the place up a little bit. See what we're doing. I think I'm going to divide this in half. So we'll do, I think what we might do is a library on this side, dining room on this side, kind of a living area, huge living area out here. Now, let's see. How much room do I need? Let's do it like this. And my thought is, if these stairs are coming up this other side, then maybe in this case, they should open into kind of a butler's pantry. Again, the one thing that holds me a little bit is I don't want to lose too much space for my dining room. I don't want to interrupt these windows. Maybe I shouldn't maybe this is like a lesson that I shouldn't build just a building and then try to get the rooms to fit. I'm never going to learn that lesson, but maybe it should be. Let's see here. We could, I'm going to need to be at least this big is what I'm thinking. Whoops, it's weird. There we go. I think that's okay. I guess one thing we could do too is that then you would have, again, like I said, there's kind of back hallways for these servants, sort of passages. So we could do this here. We'll take this out. And you'd have a way into the dining room through here and then a way into the library through here. And we'll go ahead and do library shelving along this whole wall. And a sort of office, area here, maybe some places to sit. I wouldn't mind this being a little bit bigger. The bad thing is, of course, is that we're dealing with a 30 by 30 lot. So I only have so much room to really work with here. I could just make that an office, though. Let's make this an office and still stick with this as kind of a library, sort of maybe a family type of area. And we'll leave this as an office. A lot of estates would have had some place where the lord of the manor could oversee, like, doing the books and tenants and stuff like that. Now, here on the second floor, I'm going to do some stairs here. And I'm thinking like a double staircase type of setup. And hopefully we can squeeze out a couple of bedrooms up here. Let's see here. Hello, Andre. How are you? Yes, this house, it's kind of big. It's not super, super big. It's only a 30 by 30 lot. So I'm calling it kind of a manor house instead of an estate or a mansion or something like that. But it's, it's kind of big. It's not too bad. Let's see here. Right now, we're just kind of knocking out floor plan. No, I'm doing very well. How are you? How are you doing? No, yeah, I'm doing pretty good. It's a beautiful day here in the state of Oklahoma, where I live, which we don't always get beautiful days, but we do, right now. Let's move this maybe. Thinking like that, and then we'll turn it like this. I'm going to take out underneath here. We'll make it kind of a floating staircase. I don't have the little tiger today. I actually had, and I'm not using him right now. I actually had this guy right here. I don't know. Can you see him? Let me see if you can see him here. I'll take a look here. I'll hold him for a little bit. This is Death, right? Since we're doing life and death, this is like a little kind of plush guy that I call Mr. Death. What is his real name? I don't know. He's like one of those old Beanie Babies. His real name's Creepers. He's like one of those Beanie Babies. I didn't really collect Beanie Babies, but when I saw this guy, I was like, oh yeah, no, I love that. Like a little skeleton. That's perfect. So when they came up with this pack, this life and death pack, I thought, I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull him out and kind of use him as my mascot. I don't have him hooked around my neck right now. I got to somehow figure out some way to, hook him to my shoulder is really what I need to do. But so far I haven't come up with any way to do that. I'm sorry it's raining. That kind of sucks. Like here it's nice. You can never tell with Oklahoma. It's, we don't really get lucky that often and have a perfectly nice day where it's not like rainy or hot or freezing cold or something. It's kind of the calm before the storm here, of course. As you're probably aware, we're about to vote here in the United States. Whoops, I did not want to do that. Let me put that back. We're about to vote here in the United States, and I'm just trying to take a nice, easy day. Take it easy. Do a little simming here. Maybe we'll do that for the moment. Now, I would like to squeeze out a couple of bedrooms here on this top floor. I kind of wouldn't mind the stairs being a little bit, maybe double size. Let me try that. I'm going to bring this over here. Straighten them. I'm going to try to straighten them back out. Let's see here. Let me pull this down like that. I don't know. You know what? It'd just be easier to do this. Let me back everything up here. We'll grab that. Pull it like that. I want to see what it looks. Can we bend it? I think we can bend it when it's double. I don't use. There we go. Yeah, we can. I don't always use, the stairs, like the bending part of it. I always feel like I'm just such a novice, like I've never gotten used to it. Oh, let me tell you, it takes me, I'm in school right now as well. I'm enrolled full time and I am constantly busy. That's why I'm not been streaming nearly as much as I normally do because same way. I mean, I'm just so swamped. Oh, well, thank you. Thanks. I definitely try my best, right? To try to make something kind of interesting, kind of have a reason for why I do the stuff I do with my builds. Let's see here. Will this fit? It kind of fits like that. Now that's weird. I wonder, would that work? Will the Sims even go up that staircase like that? I don't know. Let's see here. It says objects can't interact with the stairs. So my thought is it won't. It won't work. Let's see here. But I do want kind of a grand staircase. This is supposed to be kind of a manor house. So maybe we do like that. Well, I don't know. Let's take it like this. For now, I am going to put it kind of like that. I'm going to leave it alone. Let's see here. You know what? I haven't actually gotten the new pack yet. I'm just building in advance for when it comes. I believe we should get early access coming up pretty quickly. I do like the stuff I've seen, like the pictures of it very much, and I like the idea of the pack a lot. So as far as that goes, I'm super enthusiastic for this pack. I think it's going to be a really, really good pack. Let's see here. Now, each bedroom I like to have kind of an ensuite. This is not a very big room to have an ensuite. So what that makes me think is I'm not going to get 4 bedrooms out of this second floor. Not with a manor house feel. I'm going to have to just go with 2 bedrooms, and we'll make them sort of, I guess, mirror images of each other. No, I am a game changer. The way EA does it, if you're like really big, okay, like if you're super big, like say the biggest one, like Little Simsy, right? I mean, that's who springs to mind because she's probably the biggest simmer out there as far as like subscriber numbers and followers. So she always is included in a very early access release, which is going to be like 2 weeks early or so, right? Almost when it's not even quite done, when the game's not quite done. Sometimes I've been included in that too. I was not this time because it kind of goes in a rotational release. So if you're not super big, if you're super big like Little Simsy, you'll get it every single time. If you're not super big like myself and the vast majority of EA game changers or EA creators, as we're now called, then there's a rotational release, and so maybe you'll get it for 2 packs, and then you won't get it for 2 packs, right? Now, we do still get it a little bit early, and typically, I don't think it's been announced, but let's say typically, if this was like every other time, that it's ever happened, we'll get it 2 days early, which would be tomorrow, right? And then beginning tomorrow, we can start showing stuff from the pack, either on videos or on live stream or what have you. So that's basically how that program works. I have to be honest, I don't really know. I'm not even real sure how many people even get it every single time. Little Simsy does, and like Delagracy and James Turner, I think probably have always been included. But in general, most people know. Most people aren't. Now let's see here. The stairs, I still don't like looking at them even from up here, but somehow I'm going to just go with it. No, we're the same day. Yeah, we're the same day. It is the 28th here as well. I could see that in France. The thing is, let's say if you don't have very many content creators in a particular area, like maybe France or England or someplace that's much smaller than the United States, then they may get it every single time. Everyone who's in France that's part of the EA Creator Network might. In the United States, there's a lot of us. I mean, a lot. So here in the US, that's all I know. I assume it's everywhere, but I really don't know. I mean, I just kind of know the way they do it in regard to myself and the people I know that are in that program. So, like I said, if they decide to do the program as they've always done it, then I should have access tomorrow. Should have access tomorrow, and I'm going to do a big closet here, I think. Bathroom here. Should have access tomorrow, and then I can start streaming it. As soon as it gets here, there's no set time whenever they do stuff like that. It's kind of up in the air. And sometimes there's delays. There's been delays where maybe a whole day delay, it's only like 2 days early. So, I mean, being in the program is fine. It is free. The code is free, but you don't always really get that sort of, special access that people think you do. Sometimes you do. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find a door here that I like. We could use, will that fit? Yeah, that'll fit up here. Let's use this. And then I'd like, what else do we have with Castle Pack? Let's see here. Where is it here? We're getting so many packs, really. I mean, I like getting a lot of packs because I like a lot of stuff, but we're getting a lot of packs. I guess we could use a big old door for the closet. That didn't seem right, though. I'm not going to do that. But I need something kind of fancy. I need something that looks kind of like it belongs in a manor house, but not quite that ornate, not quite that large. We could do a double door. It's hard looking through, it's kind of funny looking, I should say, looking through all these things and thinking, I really don't have enough. We've got so much stuff here as part of this insert. I think I'm going to take this out and just use this same type of door there as well, so that they'll kind of match. And we'll do the same sort of doors across this area back here as well. Because as I do look around this and think, wow, I just really don't have kind of what I want here. And yet we do have a lot of stuff in game. Some of this will change too. Once I do have access to the new pack, I'll go through and kind of change things around a little bit. I've been actually using a lot of the vampire stuff with with the builds I've been doing for this pack. I did a replacement for the what do you call it? Grimm's HQ, the Netherworld Department of Death. And I used a lot of vampire stuff there. Vampires is an excellent pack. It was one of my favorites. Still is. Back in the day, I thought that it was, and I still think, it's kind of one of the best packs out there. Hold on just a second. I need to text my son real quick. We'll see here. Let's see what he needs. This will take just a second. Kind of find out. Let's see here. I'll continue working. Let's grab something for the walls. I might go with something kind of plain. I know there's a lot of new wall textures with the new pack that I definitely will swap out, this wall decoration with. Oh shoot. Okay, so like I text him and asked him what he needs because he tried to call twice. Says never mind. That's awesome. That's my son in a nutshell. That definitely wraps up where he is. Let's see here. I'll double check with him, make sure that he is okay. Sure he is. Okay, so he's good. He's good to go. He does not need me at the moment. Have a good stream. Oh, have a good stream, Andre. Have a good day, Andre. Have fun at school. Glad that you stopped by while you're on lunch here. Always feel free to stop by. It's really hard, I know, because I don't keep a regular schedule. Since I also go to school full time and then work full time, my schedule is just like super crazy, just all the time. I just kind of have to fit in streaming when it fits. I keep trying to find somebody to like pay all my bills and totally like take care of me and stuff. It hasn't worked yet. Has not worked yet. See you later, buddy. Okay, the crazy thing is, I know that we have a new bathroom coming up, of course. So I'm going to work on the bathroom a little bit, but I know I'm going to change so much of this because the new bathroom stuff, the new kitchen stuff looks so good. Let me take a look here. A lot of times I put an access to the closet from the bathroom. I'm a little torn here because I feel like in this sort of build from this era, that would not be the case. But then I think, well, maybe it would. I can kind of remember going through some historical kind of places, manor houses, where you would walk, through a sort of dressing room into the bathroom. So, my thought with that is, okay, well, then maybe we go ahead and we just move this here, right? And then we go ahead and we put this door here and this door here. And we go ahead and just make it that way, kind of pass through our dressing area into our bathroom. That's going to make it a little bit harder to line this up, though, I think. But not so hard I can't stand it. So let's go ahead and we're going to frame out a little bit of place to go to the bathroom here, little place to put the toilet. I'm going to grab a few more of these lights real quick. It's really dark. I sometimes forget, some people it's hard to see when I'm building in the dark. It's not really as much hard for me, I guess, because I do it so often. But it is hard nonetheless. Let's grab a door here for our commode area. We'll call it the commode area. We could do something like that, maybe. Let's check vampires and see if they have any other doors that might match that style. Or is it here? Okay, so that's all of our doors, so they don't. So I guess we could go ahead and still use this one. That's a really big door for just a little closet with a commode in it. We're going to go ahead and use it, though, and we're going to use an old-fashioned sort of toilet, the toilet with the tank up on top. That also came with vampires. I think we have other ones. Yes, we have this one For Rent. And do we have any others? I guess that's it. You really don't need too many versions of a toilet with the tank on top. So I'm going to put this one here. We've had this one with vampires for a long time. And I've used it for a really long time because at the end of the day, was like the only one we had to use with, kind of a historic build. Now, we need some sinks and a tub. Again, I guess being kind of a historic place, and also because I know the tub that's coming looks like a sort of clawfoot type of tub like this. We'll go ahead and we'll put the tub in as so. Maybe move it a little bit closer to the window. And then we could put a sink area here. It's kind of crazy because this is really a big room, but it's not going to have a whole lot in it for as big as it is. I really love this sink, but I'm going to tell you, it doesn't give us any counter space. Now, I know Sims don't need counter space, but I feel like to maintain a sort of illusion of we need it. So I'm going to look here real quick and see. We can grab these counters here. Where do we have? We have some vampire counters. I'm going to just keep this little sort of idea rolling. Now, they don't entirely fit. And I also feel like I've tried this before and it's kind of a little complicated. We have to kind of nudge them in. One thing that I did in the past, let's try something like that. Let's take this out because as I recall, having that counter there with the sink is not going to work. But I could use something. I need to go pull up the old build. I did this sort of stuff so long ago. And then after a while, you get tired of doing the same thing, so you never do it again, and it's easy to kind of forget. Now, what I'm looking for, hell, I don't even know where it is any longer. It is like the solid stone chunk of like block. There it is. Looking thing, this. And we could put this maybe here. I'd rather have it centered. Though we could put it there. Or we could also put it here. And we could just maybe change the tub like that. I'm going to go with that. We're going to call that good. And we're also going to change, I guess, the color of the tub. Do we have a black version? We don't. Okay, maybe we'll change the color of this other stuff. We'll see here in a second. Let's take this here. Let's kind of arrange it here a little bit. I really don't even know that this is kind of what I did before, but it was something like this. To give us kind of the impression of these sinks kind of being built in to a counter, right? Sort of counter to put stuff on. I guess we could do like that, or we leave that there. Maybe move this. I did not open this in live mode because I thought it would be prettier if it was summer instead of fall when I was building. But I think I'm going to go in to live mode. I'm going to grab my sim here. My upcoming gameplay sim, which I'm calling Ichabod Crane, seems like the perfect guy for Ravenwood. for Mourningvale. We'll go in here. We're going to start playing Ichabod. I just made him. Normally, I make a sim and then I make kind of their partner or boyfriend or whatever coming up. And I might make some pets, not with Ichabod. This time I'm doing just him. Nobody else. Him all by himself, all alone here. So we're going to grab Ichabod here. I'm going to bring him upstairs to the bathroom. Can he get up here on his own, I wonder? Let's see. That'll be the first thing we test. We'll see if he... Oh, he can't. Okay, so something is wrong. What's wrong? What is wrong that he can't get there? Let's see if he can get here. Yeah. So it's not on the outside. Can he get in here? Yes, he can. Can he get up here? I bet that's probably the problem. No? No, it is the problem. Okay, so he can't get there because I kind of have this thing a little wonky. Let's see if that will work for now. Yeah, there we go. Does look like that's going to work for us. So we'll go ahead and have Ichabod here come into the bathroom. Through his dressing room there. Okay, now let's see if he can wash his hands at this sink. Oh, he can, so it works okay. I wouldn't mind having this particular... Well, let's see what he thinks. Does he like it? Is he going to take a bath? Oh, he's going to clean it. Yeah, Ichabod has a neat trait. He does. He has a neat trait. Let's see here. I'm going to take a picture of him. There we go. Ichabod doing his best to keep his home clean. One thing I'm thinking is I might lift this kind of table thing up a little bit. Should I do that? I don't know. Or I could just leave the sink as kind of floating. I think I'll leave it as floating. Now we'll go in here and we'll throw a couple of mirrors on behind it. Maybe something like this. I really don't want everything to be black. I think I'll, like I said, I'll change the colors and stuff around a little bit. In fact, you know, that's white and the tub is white. Let's see if we can change. Let's see how this stuff looks if I kind of change the color. That's not too bad. What does this come in? It also comes in white. So we'll do that. We'll go with white and then maybe change these to gold, right? Fancy. Well, maybe like this. Let's do that. They're supposed to be a little bit old, you know, a little bit kind of worn out. This is an absolutely massive bedroom. So my thought is we'll go ahead and we'll grab a bed. We'll throw a bed in here. Something to act as a placeholder for maybe this. This is a nice fancy looking bed, right? We'll put this fancy bed here. Throw in a couple of end tables next to it. I do really like this bed. It is super, super fancy. It's from Realm of Magic. Actually, I made him with the new selection tool, you know, in CAS. I made him a spellcaster. So he actually, maybe it makes sense, you know, he's going to have some of this Realm of Magic stuff. In fact, thinking of that, let's go ahead and pull up the Realm of Magic pack. Where is it? There it is. And let's see what we've got. What have we got to work with? Got these sort of tables. Those will do. Let's put one on each side. Now on this side, I really don't know what I want to put over here. I mean, the obvious thing is a seating area. I don't know. Know that we need a seating area in the bedroom, but for the moment, I guess we could go ahead and do that just to kind of fill the space out. Since Ichabod is going to be single, I suppose maybe I might make the other room a guest bedroom, I guess. I don't know. It's really weird. I don't really like really huge rooms like this because it's kind of like, what in the world am I going to put in here? Except kind of really superfluous sorts of furniture. I guess since he is a spellcaster, I could put spellcasting stuff in kind of this other room. Make this his spell room where he does maybe potions and stuff like that. Yeah, maybe. Let's give him a coffee table. Like so. That's kind of a little far apart from each other. We'll do like this. My thought is that we could put some sort of rug in here to define space a little bit better. I'm going to look at this. Is that too big? Or does it stick out anywhere? No, that's okay. And the thing I like about it is that we can do a really worn out version of it. Again, this is going to end up as... Where is the worn out version of it? We do have a worn out version, right? Yeah. Is it a different swatch, maybe? This is going to be kind of a worn out fixer-upper that he happens to, purchase because nobody else wants it. So I could have sworn there was like a really worn out, threadbare version of this particular rug. I mean, there's that. That's worn out. But is there not? I guess there's not anything any worse than this. That can't be right. Hold on here. Let me make sure all my cheats are in. That didn't work. Hold on here. No. Slow down a little bit. It's just that this one particular, cheat is so long. There we go. Show. No, not live edit. Show hidden. I don't think we really need live edit right now. I do live edit objects if I was working on outside stuff. Okay, let's take a look and see if we ended up with another werewolves option. And there it is, right there. So see, either I missed it or it wasn't there till I put in those cheats. I don't know. So we got a really big one like that. We do a little bit smaller, kind of like that. It's at times like this that I always miss, having the tool mod, when mods are still down. I haven't checked yet to see if it is working again yet. But with the tool mod, I can make it just a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Like this is really too small, right? That's really too big. Tool mod, you can kind of get it in between those 2 points. I guess we'll just go with a rug there under the seating area, I guess. No, you know what we're going to do? Whoops. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make that big and we'll just fill the whole floor space. And then I'll go and kind of update. Hello, friend. How are you? Good afternoon. I hope you're having a good day. I will go through and update the tool mod and then fix it after that. Now we're going to go in here and grab Realm of Magic instead. We're going to grab all the Realm of Magic stuff because this guy is going to be spellcaster for death, right? We're going to have him working for death as a spellcaster. So I'm going to grab pretty much Ooh, let's get that. I don't I want to grab everything. Let me go ahead and get up here. Show us all. Show us everything. And we need a cauldron. We need a fancy cauldron. Let's put a fancy one there. And we'll grab what else? Might put in kind of one of these shelving units here, maybe, or something for the moment. Probably a desk in here. Wand case, right? I don't think I've given him a wand yet. I think we'll have to go buy one, right? That's funny because I haven't checked this yet. Even though I set him as a spellcaster within Cass, I don't know if he can actually do spells until I actually still go there and learn them. I'm going to give him a wand. Since I'm in here anyway, let's grab one of these pictures. Put that up here. I'm going to give him a wand and see if he can go ahead and start casting stuff. I don't know. Because what I remember from Realm of Magic is, you had to go kind of learn some stuff. You had to collect all the little mites, stuff like that. So I didn't have to do that with him. I could just set him in Cass as a spellcaster. Let's put some fancy lighting in here. Oh, I love that. I'm going to bring this out too. So I'm going to see. I don't see any wands here. Right? Why don't I see any wands here? I didn't want to use this. Let me go down here. I'm going to put these here in the library for future use. I showed hidden objects. I wonder if I have to go into live edit objects to find a wand. Ah, no, there they are. I don't know. I didn't see them back there, but there they are. So we're going to grab, what's the most expensive one? This one, right? We're going to grab the most expensive wand. We're going to set it here on the desk. I'm going to have him try that real quick. Let's have old Ichabod Crane come on in here. Where is he? There he is. It's a long walk across this house. It's a big place. It's a big place. It's really not super, super big. This is just a, like a 30 by 30 lot. So it's not super, super big. Now let's see. Can I use it? I'm going to set it as his preferred wand. I'm going to always use wands. Let's try that. And is there anything else I can do? No. So if I click on him, magic. Let's see what we can do. Familiars, I don't have one. I guess we can go ahead and just do it. So let's practice magic. Let's practice practical magic. Oh, and there was also, okay, so there's also the Glimmerstone so that he can get to, I don't know why he came in here. I'm going to rearrange the other room. You're supposed to practice magic in the other room, Ichabod. So I also got a copy of the Glimmerstone so I can go to the magical realm. Aha, okay. Now what I really want to do is just put a copy of the gateway in my house to go to the magical realm. That's probably what I will do. But let's see here. So that's kind of cool. So that was part of the, I guess with the Cass update, so I never really thought about it, but if you select, spellcaster for your sim, it automatically does everything else, which I don't know why it wouldn't. Why does that surprise me? I don't know. I don't want, I mean, it's really kind of bad that I'm surprised by that. Like, oh my God, they actually thought of it, kind of reaction. Like, I can't believe they thought to make that work. Because I guess I just kind of figured, well, it'll work once you go to the magical realm and do all the stuff you got to do. Let's see here. That there. Does this thing actually work as a desk? I don't think it does. I think it's just decorative. It looks like one of those desks, that you fold down. It's actually the type of desk I'm on right now, where you fold down the little, like, flat surface to do your work on, right? Like a secretary's desk. Let's see. It don't do nothing. So I think this at least will store stuff. Let's have him come in here. So I'm going to move that downstairs. I'm going to go back up here. Let's see real quick. Brew potions. Let's just have him experiment and see what happens here. While we're kind of working on this room. This room looks okay. I mean, we don't need a lot of stuff. And I just went through Realm of Magic. I think we've got everything here we need. I suppose I could grab some books and I could grab him a familiar, but I think I'll wait and send him to, what's it called? The Magical Realm. That's all it's called. The Magical Realm. I'll send him to the Magical Realm directly to get a familiar. And maybe, I think we can buy books there. I think so. He's going to need to go to the bathroom, it looks like. Okay, now down here we want to have a kind of dressing room. So I'm going to put a big fancy mirror over here, maybe a little place to sit, and then, the standard sort of closet setup that we use. Well, I don't know. I mean, my thought is to do whatever I normally do with closets with Dream Home Decorator, but this is supposed to be kind of an older place. So that doesn't really make sense. If it's going to be kind of an older place, it's going to have, kind of older stuff in it. In fact, we could use, this comes in a more worn out version like that there, right? So let's see here. How bad does it get? Well, it's cracked. That's pretty good. I like that one maybe better even. I'm going to go with, let's see here. I'm going to go with that. So we'll put this in here as his mirror, because as he's playing, as he's working for death and making money, I'm going to have him go in and buy new items, and I don't know how I'm going to get rid of the old ones without making any money. Something. I don't know. I'll just cheat the money situation and take the money out, so he doesn't have it. Because I want him to kind of upgrade and fix the house up as he makes money. Somehow, right? Somehow kind of mimic that. Now back here, like I said, my first thought is to go ahead and just do my standard sort of Dream Home Decorator closet treatment, but I hate to do that. This is the, the costume chest, the naughty costume chest from the last pack, Love Struck. I love that, and I would use that. I think we can use these instead. These will actually act as kind of a dresser. So it looks like you kind of have some traveling trunks with them. And then do we have, let's see here. I want to do the sort of standard, or something that looks like, I don't know. I mean, like, what kind of closets do they used to have in a manor house? What would they have done in a dressing room? I mean, I guess just a dresser. And I don't even know they would have trunks in a dressing room. And I don't have a lot of space in here either. Got to kind of be conscious of that. So let's grab a nice dresser. A wardrobe is what's in my head. Like, probably they would use a wardrobe. Oh, maybe this. Is this coming in a fairly nice version? I mean, that looks a little bit like what I might expect. You know what? I like that because it looks like maybe it used to be nice and now it's kind of all worn out. So that's something that might come with this house. So we'll go with that. I don't think there's anything else more in keeping with this sort of style. Like, I love this one. This is very cool, but also kind of a little too Asian for this build. Do anything else? Oh, this. Now we do have this. The this is perfect. This is another vampires item. The reason why I think I'm going to still go with this is because it's worn out, right? It's all kind of textured and worn out. Yeah, we're going to just stick with that. Give us kind of a worn out look. The suitcases I also do want to keep. They're so big. I suppose we could do something where we're not really going to use them and maybe put them up here on a shelf, kind of a shelf looking thing. Let's see what kind of do something that we could use. I mean, I've got something in mind. I do. Maybe this would work. And it does look a little bit kind of beat up too. So we could maybe do this. I'd like for it to go all the way across though. I mean, that's not too bad. It does kind of, yeah, fits really well, actually. It's not quite as big as I want. And I'm afraid if I go any bigger, it's going to be really big, right? Is that too big? It is because it sticks out. So, okay. So I got to kind of, again, it's something I could leave in place until the tool mod, until I make sure the tool mod's working again, re-download it. Or we can look and see what other options we have to hold those trunks. Where is... We've got this. This is good. It's nice, you know, maybe a little bit too nice. I would love to have something just kind of worn out like that, like the thing underneath it. We've got that shelf, but again, that shelf is going to be the same way where it's just going to be, it's going to be okay, but it's not really, one size is too small, one size is too large. So let's take that out. Let's look again here and see if we have anything else. What else did we have? Did we have anything with Horse Ranch? I don't think so. That's okay. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that in place. I know it's too big, but as soon as the tool mod's up and working, as soon as I'm sure of it, I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to check tool mod as soon as I get done streaming today. And we'll do that. Now we've got a nice little sort of broken mirror in here. I'm going to try to find kind of a worn out, broken down stool, maybe some sort of stool. Something nice though. I mean, we need something kind of comfy because this is an old manor house. So, you know, whoever lived here would probably be rich and they're not going to sit on some, you know, hard ass stool. They're going to want something kind of nice, kind of comfortable, kind of plush. This is not too bad. Maybe. Kind of put it there. Somebody's to sit, you know, to put your shoes on, kind of get ready. And then, or we could do a Realm of Magic chair. We've also got something like this, which is a lot smaller. But it might work as well. Just for kind of that decorative look. And I don't see much else there. So that's, yeah, there's not a whole lot there that is really grabbing me. I do like this chair from Love Struck. I guess we could use it. Let me take that. Let's put the chair here. This closet is almost too small. I kind of really want to put in some other sort of maybe chest or cabinet. Let me scoot this over. Can I fit in another one here? Again, with tool mod, I can kind of take care of that stutter there. But I guess we could do something like that if it would work. Let's see if it works. And both of them don't have to work. I really just need only one of them to work. So let's have Ichabod come over here. See if he can get dressed. He's going to wash his hands like a good sim. Oh, he says he can't get in there. Okay, so he can go here though, right? Yeah. So he can't get around the door or the chair. Okay. Okay, this place is going to be too small for me, right? Let's go in here. We are going to scoot this back a little bit. It's going to intersect the wall just a little bit. I don't think I can really move the chair much, but we're going to try moving it right up. Maybe if I turn it like that and kind of put it against. Okay, I think that'll work. Let's try that. Now, can you go over here? Yeah, now I can. Okay. Playtest, playtest, playtest. That is the watchword. It is, you can never go wrong. That does work. He's got his, it's working just fine for us. So this setup will look fine here. It's a little odd with that corner like that. I'll have to think about it. Maybe I can come up with something to kind of disguise it. Maybe not. I am going to put another little rug in here. We're going to grab another kind of worn out rug from, just werewolves here. We'll put it here under the chair. We're going to change the color of it. Maybe change it to blue or orange or something like that. Let's go with that. So we're kind of getting this bedroom set up. Now we could use maybe some sort of art. And we are going to put something different on the walls. Let's see here. I always just kind of zoom down because I'm usually looking for expensive. With this being a manor house, right? We're going to want like expensive art. With that, make a big piece of expensive museum quality art. Maybe this. Now that looks like something out of a museum, really large and really pricey looking. Look at that fancy frame. So we'll put that there. Take out this light fixture. Well, I guess we could leave it for now. Maybe grab I know the table I want to use. Let's see here. Again, because he's a spellcaster, we're going to look for, I'm thinking like a Realm of Magic table, maybe? This, or we could use this. That's kind of what the Realm of Magic table looks like, is that one there, as I recall. That's from University. I think, let's see here. Where is the Realm of Magic table? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there wasn't. Maybe I'm kind of thinking of that. Let's take a look here. Realm of Magic. Here we go. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess there is no Realm of Magic table like this. I must be thinking of this one because I'm looking at it thinking, that looks just like the Realm of Magic table, but that says University. So I guess It was close enough in my head that I'm thinking, yeah, that's right, Realm of Magic. We're going to throw in a couple of lamps on here. Do. Throw in some more stained glass, kind of match the bed. And then we're going to grab some Realm of Magic chairs. All of this furniture feels so superfluous to me. But I think a lot of times when I look at pictures of, like really big bedrooms and stuff like that, the furniture does kind of look superfluous, like it's just useless. It's just kind of like, what is all that? Are you really spending that much time, in that room? Really? Really? Because, I mean, that's a lot of stuff. Let's see here. We could go with blue. Blue looks nice. We've got that. Let's go with that. Does this bed come in something to match that? I don't think it does. It does have kind of a blue, though. The blue does kind of match it. I really like all of these styles, and I really think none of them are really what I'm looking for. We might go with this. I think we'll go with that. We're going to call that good. And I think I might change this furniture to match the chairs. So we've got that set up, and over here in our Realm of Magic room, I'm going to go ahead. Well, I don't know. On one hand, I kind of want to put some stuff into these cabinets. On the other hand, I want him to collect it on his own, right? I don't really want to just have it that ready-made. One thing I'm going to do, let's grab a couple more tables from Realm of Magic. I think it's this one, kind of these tall tables. We'll put him here in his, magical room. Throw a couple of things on there. Let's see here. I really want these tables to be equal distance on each side of this door. So I'm going to have to eyeball it a little bit there. Now we're going to move his wand case over here. I guess I don't have to move his wand case. My thought was to set up kind of an office here with like a computer and stuff. But we've got such a large library downstairs, we really don't need to. And I still don't have a guest room, so I guess we're not going to have a guest room because I just turned the guest room into his sort of magical room. One thing we could do is maybe make a smaller bathroom here. And that'd be a really small guest room, though. Like that. It's a really small guest room. So no, we're not going to do that. We'll put his office down here, though, in what's going to be our library. Throw a few key things here. There we go. Now, of course, I wanted this grand staircase, and that's what we've got sitting here is a grand staircase, kind of. But I really want it coming up both sides, right? Both sides of this hall. And I can't do that as a double wide staircase. So my thought is all I can do is just go back to the single version. Real quick, I'm going to throw in a quick window here. If it doesn't jump out at me, I'm going to have to like go ahead and filter this stuff again. There. I think that will do. Let me take a look at it. Put that there. And I will take this here. And it'll be a more narrow staircase, but it'll be kind of closer to what I ideally want. There we go. Because that's more of what I wanted to see, was something like that. Now, ideally, boy, let's see here. Do something kind of along those lines. What in the world is that there? It's kind of weird. What did I? That's weird. What is that? I don't know. Can I get rid of it? Hold on here. That is. I can get rid of it that way by just rolling it back, but I guess that works. But did that screw up our... It didn't screw up our lighting in here, did it? It did screw this up. Yeah, it does screw that up. Okay, so, either I just leave it like that or something. This is going to be a tough decision. I do want this here. But then what happens is when I go to try to delete, well, is it going to happen? I don't know. Yeah, right there it will. See, if I take that off, it takes that off. That goes off without any trouble, but... And I've had a lot of trouble with that, and sometimes I can kind of get it to resolve. I mean, we need to... What I'll have to do... Let's try it here. I have to isolate that wall like that. Although it did leave that in its wake. And then if I take these out, I believe it'll come back. Oh, no, it didn't. Okay. It used to be it would come back. So I'd have to kind of mess around with it. But it's not on here either. Guess we can do like that. That might be okay. That's not really how I built it, but that's fine. Then we'll go here. Whoops. Like that. And let's see here. Again, in order to get rid of it, we need to isolate it from the outside. Like that. And then take that off. And then we'll take this off and this off and this off. Okay. I'm not real sure how I feel about this. I guess I could, now that it's here, I could move it back. Yeah, that worked. Did it work? I think it worked. Yeah, it worked. Okay, so that did fix the problem. It did get us back to kind of where we were. And I was able to create this sort of landing here for Sims to walk out on. The other thing is we could pull this here. I think that's what we'll do. I think. And let me take a look at it. Oh, shoot. Where did that come from? I didn't just make that, did I? No. That was there already. So what disappears when I click on that? Oh, nice. Okay, so all of that, all of that is somehow connected to that little piece there that the stairs are connected to. So let's roll those two back. No, let's put them back there. And if I do like this and like this and like that. Okay, so it did get rid of that. Can I make it look, halfway normal? Like this, maybe. Okay, so we have like that. Oh no. Shoot. Okay, so let's take that out. I mean, I guess we could leave it. Doesn't look that bad. It doesn't look that bad. So I guess we could leave it. And it's funny, it even brought in like the outside wall texture with it. Okay, so I am going to have to think on that one. And for now, for today, that brings this stream to an end. Brings it to an end. Please hit like, subscribe, and notify if you're watching today or later on an archived viewing, a saved viewing. We will continue on this build and start to incorporate life and death assets into it, especially like distressing and furniture and stuff like that. That's going to be our next step. Start incorporating that stuff. My next stream is probably going to be to finish off the Grimm's quest, right? That sort of event we've got going now in The Sims, which is a quest to get free stuff. Probably going to finish that and be gone with it, be done with it. Maybe tomorrow morning, hopefully. Hopefully. If it comes in that quick, shouldn't it come in at midnight? I don't know. I feel like last time it didn't come in at midnight. Like maybe it didn't actually start working until 10 a.m. or something like that, like tomorrow. Because I kind of wanted to do it in the morning before I went to work. And then I had to wait. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But in the meantime, please hit like, subscribe, and notify. And until then, let me find here. As always,